wondering if you did a straddle at a certain point, could you hold on to both and make money from both sides in a day because of the swings are so big?
You can, and SPY is one of the perfect examples. If you guys heard me this morning, right, I said SPY loves to do that. It'll hit a high a day, then a low a day, then a high a day, and then a low a day, and it'll usually do it a couple times in the day. The dangerous part of that, though, partner, I want to talk about twofold on this one. First part, where to put it. Second part, the danger of what you said. So let me break these down into two parts, okay? So the best time for all of you, if you're looking at right when to do these straddles, especially if you're looking at doing something like you are, would be up here, either the high of day, the low of day, previous high of day, previous low of day, or using our pre-market setup. So those are going to be your nice levels to jump in on when you're looking at straddles. Why? Because if you're at the high of day, you know that most likely puts are about to happen, right? But if for some crazy reason it continues to run up, you're covered there too, right? So those are the best spots to do it. Now, your second, the two-parter. The danger lies with this. Let's say you wanted to use this and you did your straddle here, okay? So let's say you did your straddle here. So that means any calls up here makes money, any puts below it makes money. So now what happens is we've got our puts working for us. Obviously, our calls are going against us. So this is basically a wash. So right now, all that's happening is your calls are being killed and your puts, right? This is basically a break even, okay? One side can make a little more than the other, doesn't matter. You truly won't make any money on this strategy until one pays for the other. Now, if you look at this as an example, like I talked about with SPY, and it goes down here and it touches, then it goes up here and it touches, and it goes down here and it touches, and it comes up here and it touches. All you did was lost money. You never made money. The reason you lost money is because your theta or your time decay is kicking in. Because remember, over time, you're actually losing money. Now, this might not be as drastic because we're in the same day, but I need you to understand this, especially if you're trying to swing this longer term. You haven't made any money. Because as long as you're inside of this window, one area, your calls made money. The next, your puts. Then your calls, then your puts. Then your calls, then your puts. You haven't made any money yet because if one goes up, you're just taking from the other. Does that make sense? Yep. This is why it's better when you set up the straddle. Let's say you put your straddle here. It does not go up, but it does go down. Kill the call. Let the put pay the whole time, right? There's no reason for you to hold both trying for some grandiose move, right? We don't need all that. Let it decide a decision, kill the other one, make the money. Tesla here at the open. Nobody in this room knew if Tesla was going to go up or go down. Am I right? Is that fair to say, everybody?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes.
if you bought a straddle at the open, one up, one down, it started to show you, it broke the 200, it broke, right? VWAP, you killed your call. Whoosh, all your hours getting paid, right? So the first part of it, you had to pay the difference of the call. So let's say you killed it here, but you start making money about here because you had to pay for the loss of the call damage, which would be somewhere in here. So this is your calls because you finally got out here when it was here. I hope this makes sense. I know it's a lot of drawing. But from here to here and the rest of the day, this is all profit. Make sense? Kill one, let the other go. If you are swing trading super far out, you know, you have leaps. Yeah, absolutely. So the spreads that we were talking about, let me look. So the spread is the difference between the ask and the bid. So NVIDIA is not that bad right now. It's 20 cents, so it's kind of a bigger spread. But what it means is the spread is the difference between these two numbers. Everybody see these?
Okay.
Now, right now, it's only 10 cents. Sometimes, though, we'll see it like $1, $2. I've seen it $6, right? You got to be really careful because right here, if it doesn't matter if you bought on the bid. Now look at now it's almost 30 cents. You see that? Now it's 20 cents difference. Do you see it?
So, yeah. Is there a rhyme or reason how that
yes,
works?
volatility creates a bigger spread. Now, so here's the thing. this is what you've got to be careful, especially if you're dealing in higher amounts. If I bought 100 contracts and my spread was large, let's say that 20 cents, right? And as soon as I click go, I just lost $200 the second I click go because it could have been down 20 cents, right?
Right.
So you've got to be careful when there's a larger spread, there's more in between. Now, we're always trying to buy in the mid. The mid is the price in between the ask, which is the sellers, and the bid, which is the buyers. And the mid is right dead center in the middle. This is why I always tell you guys, try to buy at the mid if you're trying to get in right now, right?
Yes.
You can still, if there's a huge discrepancy, a huge difference on the spread, that mid can change just as fast, right, as everything else. You've got to be extremely careful when you've got a large spread. And this is what we're talking about. Like Cat a long time ago when everybody was starting to love Cat, the spread was huge. NVIDIA, the spread's going to get huge. Tesla, the spread's going to start to get big on volatility. We've got to be careful. Try to look for a spread that's closer. It's easier to trade because you can't.
What are you happy with? How much of a spread are you typically okay with?
As close as it can be, but it's always going to be different. It's always it's always going to be different, right? Depending on how much it costs, how much it's moved, the volatility of the actual trade itself. But if you guys like look at Riot, it's a penny.
Right. Okay.
That's a penny. If you accidentally bought it at 100, right, you lost $100. Yeah. So my was 2,000, by the way, on NVIDIA, 20 cents. But does that make sense? There's a big difference. Yeah, it's just a big difference. So please be careful.
Are you going to back away if the spread is too high? If
I will.
You're not...
Yep.
Okay.
Sometimes I will. Yep. Just depends. I don't mind a spread when there's a giant catalyst, some sort of amazing news, something happened, right? Then I'll go, hey, I really don't care. I just want to get in this trade. Make sense?